You want to be in the movie business and you want to tell your story. Let's get real. Most producers and most writers don't have just one story or one idea. So I want to begin with helping you formulate what it feels like to have your own production company. Because in doing so, I believe you'll be able to take steps to move forward. So this is my opinion based on 40 years of successful working in the entertainment industry and making Emmy Award-winning documentaries, movies, all kinds of brand-oriented projects that is all about storytelling. My company, like other companies, has what we call our development. You can too. Even if in the beginning it's just a yellow pad or your iPhone or a computer or any kind of phone. So create what's called your development slate. And you and I are both going to act like we're the biggest producers that there ever was, while at the same time knowing that we're not and exactly where we fall in this world. So in your development slate, you're going to then categorize it into the projects that you believe you want to make most, or this is the thing I think is the smartest. Write them all down. And then let's take a look at which is your big dream project. So it's $100 million. It's not going to be that easy. But put it down on paper or, as I said, your tablet, whatever you use. Then write down the other ideas that you have, whether it's log line, their screenplays, whatever form they're in, even if they're just swimming around in your brain. Name them all. The reason I wanted you to proceed this way is when I've worked for very big-time producers and myself and the company that I have, we have a development slate. Even years ago when I worked at CBS Television, in my very first job as an assistant, I managed the development report. By creating this, you make a placeholder for your projects. Some of those projects might be for streamers, some for theatrical motion pictures, maybe some are for YouTube or social media. So you make a note of all your projects, and then you make a note of the distribution and the ways that they would come into the world. Distributors are production companies that license or sometimes purchase product and then license it to other countries, and that's how the money flows in. You get paid back from them. So you have your development slate on one hand, and you have your list of exhibitors and producers and distributors that you would need to work with on another chart. Then you can break this down and say to yourself, some of these are movies, so I'm probably going to have to learn about the American film market, since you know that 90% of the movies go through there, and those people are not going to talk to you if you just walk around. You have to prepare way in advance and reach out before AFM for it to be worthwhile for you. Programming executives. Another conference you might want to go to if you're doing reality shows, or something that would be more right for the Travel Channel, Discovery, that's going to be Real Screen West. Or if they do a Real Screen East, I know they just did Real Screen West, but that's a very key conference that's helpful. Now you've begun to look at the landscape of your projects and how the world actually works. I'm Susan Cooper, Producer Gal. I want you to learn as much as possible so that the reality of making your movies or television series or broadcast or streamed projects or even social media launch projects becomes real. I can only work with a few people at a time. I only want to work with you really fiery people that absolutely want this to happen. I'm not that easy. I'm pretty tough. Apply for a call. My link is in the bio.